Hi, my name is David Logan. We got Scott Guskar here as well. We're going to talk about some of the different riser options we have for really any of the boats that you have. Risers are a great way to stagger the rod heights, especially to get a little bit more separation between the rod tips, as Scott will go over here, and how to best utilize them for your vessel.
Yeah, a lot of guys will use these when they're trolling with the inline boards to keep their lines from crossing as they're in, rougher sea conditions. The risers are available in 5, 10, 15, and 20-inch sizes. One thing it's important to note is when you do want to add a riser to your configuration, the risers are priced individually. So, if you have a track mount, you're going to want to add a track plate to it, or if you've got a rail, you'll need to add a rail guide, a rail mount to it as well. The risers are compatible with all of our rod holders, anywhere from the tubes to the cradles. They'll simply mount with 2 bolts on the bottom, and Dave will take you through that in a minute here. You can also put the risers on any of our accessories. So for example, we've got one of our LED lights mounted to a 20-inch riser. You can also put an electronics mount on top of this riser. So if you got a spot on your boat where you want to have an electronics mount, you kind of want it a little closer, go ahead and feel free to add that to a riser.
Yeah, and they can be added at any time, and that's the nice thing about these risers. A lot of people will start rigging their boat initially without them and realize as they may change or add equipment that the separation does become important. So at that point, if you already have your rod holder on a track mount or on a cross plate, all you simply do need is the riser itself, and they can be installed very quickly and easily. All of our rod holders have 2 tapped holes on the bottom. All you're going to do is line those up in the configuration on top of here and use the hardware provided to screw these in. You'll have the bolt, the lock washer, and the flat washer. Simply align these holes up with the bean-shaped slots in the top. Secure the 2 screws together, and then to make sure that everything is perfectly in line, after you have that almost all the way tightened up, get this lifted up so that it is then perpendicular. I then recommend using your mount, putting it onto a flat surface, and then simply tightening it down the rest of the way. And this will make sure that everything is a nice, neat configuration, very perpendicular, and works well with your vessel. So very easy to add, very easy to install, but very rigid.
So feel free to reach out with any questions that you have. You can also find more information at fishusa.com.